Hey everybody, it's Brad Montgomery. We're going to talk about how to make your opening session better. Spoiler, think about the newbies, the first-time attendees. All right, so I'm a motivational speaker and a comedian, and I did an opening session today. I started about 50 minutes after the very beginning of the conference. The mistake was the first 50 minutes and how they planned it. What they did wrong is they didn't think about the first-time attendees. Everything in the first 50 minutes was only relevant for long-time attendees of this association. That's a mistake, because we want first-time attendees to come back the second time, don't we? And we want first-time attendees after the general session to feel like, I love it, I'm so glad I came, I'm glad I wasn't late. So, let me tell you what they did do. They let the sponsors come up and talk about their services. They talked about a representative of their foundation came up and talked about the tragedy of 9/11 and many other incredible things their members have gone through and how the foundation has helped. So that was sad. Important, but sad. And then what else they do? They talked about a beloved member who died. And then the person who was talking about the beloved member who died said, that reminds me of a person in my office who died, and that's sad. So now we're talking about two different people that passed, and it was so sad. We talked about the outgoing president and the incoming president, and then, you know, there was one guy who was kind of upbeat and talked about what the association means, which was cool. But then after that, all that, it was kind of a downer for 50 minutes, and then they said, here's Brad. Well, the good news is I'm pretty good at my job and I was able to get him back. But the bad news is, why would you start your conference out with that tone? Why would you set that tone? And why would you make all the first-time attendees go, have I made a mistake by coming here? This is not fun. It's not helpful. I'm not learning anything. And they haven't really started yet. I should have come late. That's a mistake. All of those things are important. You got to thank your sponsors. You have to, if there's a remembrance, you got to do it. It's important. All of those business things that you have to do, you should think of as like, how interesting is this? And then I think you ought to think like an entertainer. Think of it like a show. If you're a comedian, you're not going to start your show off with your bad jokes and then save all the good jokes for later. You're going to, if you have some weak jokes, you're going to plan, you kind of hide them throughout your show. If you got to do them, you got to do them, but you're going to hide them. You don't put them all together, and you definitely don't lead with them. So all of that business and the remembrances and the sponsors and the foundation and the misery, do it, just put them in the middle. When you get at your opening session, you should start with a bang. You should start strong. You should make people feel like, I'm so glad I'm here and I'm on time. This thing's gonna rule. Set the tone, make it rock. Call me, Brad Montgomery, bradmontgomery.com. Hope to be on your team.